The Crave series has dozens of bonus chapters. You heard that right, dozens with an S of bonus chapters you may have never realized were available. And I'm going to tell you the reading order for these stories, where to put these bonus chapters, and where you can find them online for free. The Crave series has now become what I would call a megaverse, in that it has now branched off into a sequel series that is related to the original core series of Crave. This is a very large original series. It has 4 main books as well as 2 shorter books that are additional stories related to what happened in these 4 main books. This is like a sequel book, and this is a book of what happens between books 1 and 2. This book up here, Sweet Nightmare, is the first book in the following sequel trilogy that is still being published. So book 1 is the only one that's out. Book 2's publication has been delayed, but hopefully we'll get that soon. I believe it's scheduled for the end of next year. So hopefully we can get that one out and also enjoy that in our wonderful Crave universe. But let's dive into all the content related to this awesome and really fun series. Real fast, it's important to note that Crave is a silly junk food series. This is not a series that you should be taking too unbelievably seriously. This is about having a fun and good time. It's paranormal. It has romance in it. It is funny. It is silly. It's enjoyable. The story still matters. You're still going to care about the main characters. You're still going to be excited and hopeful for their journeys. But don't go into this series expecting something that is intended to be incredibly serious. This is about fun. This is about having a fun read. Approach it that way. This is also very much a YA story. We're not looking at a ton of spice in these books. It's a lot of fun, and so that's a really great component to the series as well. All right, let's get into it. The first book you're going to pick up is Crave. This is a fantastic start to this series. This is a solid 5-star read. Now, the cover does look like Twilight, but keep in mind, this is not Twilight 2.0. While at the very beginning you might see some similarities between the Twilight characters and the Crave characters, this is its own story. If you keep trying to approach Crave as if it's another Twilight series, you probably aren't going to have as much fun with the series as you could if you just let it be its own thing. At the end of Crave, in all of the physical copy editions, there are 3 bonus chapters. These are their titles. I am unsure if all of the audiobooks have those 3 bonus chapters. I've seen in a couple places that some people missed out on that. So be aware that those chapters are available in all of the hardback and paperback copies, as I am aware. Additionally, on Tracy Wolf's website, she mentions that the Barnes & Noble paperback Crave special edition has another bonus chapter that it might be from Macy's perspective, but I'm unsure if that's actually accurate. I can't find that bonus chapter anywhere personally, nowhere online, and it's not mentioned anywhere, except this one kind of hint online. So I'm not even sure if that bonus chapter exists, other than the 3 that are in this book. The second book you're going to read is Crush. This is also a really fun read. I also would rate this 5 stars. I'd rate the first 2 books 5 stars, even though it's a silly story, just because it's so fun and so enjoyable to read. I bulldoze through these books. At the end of Crush, there are bonus chapters in the hardback and paperback editions that may or may not be in the audiobook editions. There are 2 bonus chapters, and these are the titles. I want to correct something that I've been seeing online about what the 3rd book should be in your reading series. I hate to say this because even on the author's website, she says that you can read Charm after you read books 1 and 2 in the Crave series. That statement is only true, in my opinion, if you are rereading the Crave series. If this is your first time experiencing Crave, do not read this book as the 3rd book in the series. That is not where this book belongs. The end of the 4th book sets up Charm to be the 5th book, and the end of this book sets up perfectly to lead into what happens in the 6th book. Charm is the 5th book in the series, and you really should read it, especially if you're reading Crave for the first time, as the 5th book, regardless of what the author says. And I hate to say that because it kind of sounds like blasphemous, but it's true. This is not really meant to be the 3rd book or the 4th book. It is the 5th book in the series. Read it at that time. The actual 3rd book in the series is Covet, and this book also has, in the regular paperback and hardback editions, bonus chapters at the end. There are 2 bonus chapters in the regular editions, and these are the titles. Now, at this point in time in the publication process, Tracy Wolf partnered with booksellers, and they sold special edition books of the Crave series. So if you've seen bookshelves that look like this, where there's tons of Covets and Courts and Charms and Cherished books, and you're kind of confused why they need that many, it's because they're special editions that were sold at different locations. Target, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and Book People, as well as Bookish Box, all sold versions of special edition content. For Covet, there were only 3 extra special edition books that were sold. They are the Vampire Court, the Dragon Court, and the Witch Court editions. These are all available for free online, and I will tell you at the end of this video how you can access them. It's important to mention that each of these has either 1 or multiple bonus chapters inside of them. So for example, this is the Vampire Court special edition for the Charm book, and it includes 2 bonus chapters inside of it. After Covet, you will have an opportunity to read an e-novella that is also available online and has a bonus chapter from one of the characters' perspectives. This e-novella is called Katmere Academy: An Insider's Guide. Katmere Academy is the school of the original 6-book series of Crave. Calder Academy is the more rambunctious school that is associated with Sweet Nightmare and this trilogy. This e-novella includes a variety of bonus content, including additional character relevant information, a bonus chapter, as well as Q&A information from the author. So it is a beneficial thing to include in your reading journey if you'd like. From where I see it listed, it should be read at this point in time. The next book in the series is Court. This one also has bonus content in the regular hardback and paperback editions. There are a total of 2 bonus chapters in the regular editions. At this point in time, Tracy Wolf partnered with a 4th bookseller. So Court has an additional Court bonus chapter for the Gargoyle Court. So just like with its predecessor, we have the Vampire Court, the Dragon Court, the Witch Court, but the top one is the bonus Gargoyle Court. So there are 4 additional bonus chapters you probably weren't aware were a part of this book. And again, they are all available online for free if you know where to look. It is at this point in time that you can now pick up Charm if you are reading Crave for the first time. Again, do not read this as the 3rd book. Read this as the 5th book. This is also an absolute 5-star read. Unlike its predecessors, Charm does not have bonus chapters at the back of the regular hardback and paperback editions. However, there are 4 bonus special edition chapters that were available in special edition books, including the Vampire Court, the Dragon Court, the Witch Court, and the Shadow Realm. All of this is also available online for free. The last book you'll pick up is Cherish. This is the final 6th book in the Crave series. This again operates more as like a sequel wrap-up for what happened in the 4 core main books of Crave. This edition also does not include regular bonus chapters at the end of the hardback and paperback editions. However, there were special editions of these books that were released that did have bonus content. Like Cherish's predecessor, there are 4 bonus content booklets that you can have. There's the Vampire Court, the Dragon Court, the Witch Court, and the Shadow Realm. These are also all available online for free. After you finish the core main 6 books, you can then hop over to the sequel trilogy with the first book that's been released. The special edition has this beautiful red stained edges. The bonus content at the end of this book, at least the special edition, is just chapters from the original Crave series book, book 1. As far as I know, there's no bonus content yet available for Sweet Nightmare or its trilogy. It is true that these are the best books in the series. If you are rereading the Crave series, I totally recommend that you read with these 3 books as your primary set and then keep going if you would like to. But these are the best books in the series. 5-star reads all around. Had a great, really fun time. These 2 books aren't bad by any means. They're just taken a little bit more seriously than the first and second book in the Crave series, and that's why I rated them a little bit lower as 4-star reads. I still really enjoyed them. I thought they were a lot of fun, but I think I needed to be told in advance that the author would take the narrative a little bit more seriously in these 2 books. If I had known that ahead of time, I think I would have enjoyed them more. Cherish, as the last book in the series, is the weakest. It's really because you know it's a wrap-up story book. I don't think that there's anything particularly wrong with this book. It does its job well. It's just not as funny and as great as some of the other books, but I still had a lot of fun. I only rate this book at 3.5 stars for those reasons. Additionally, another reason why I might judge this book a little bit harsher is because my edition was printed wrong. Under the dust jacket, the logo is not centered. This drove me nuts for the entire book and reading experience, so that may or may not have affected my reading experience for Cherish. But those are my ratings for these books. If you want access to the 15 booklets, which incorporate dozens of bonus of chapters of content, it is available online for free. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Google and you're going to search Charm bonus chapters. The first link that comes up should look like this. It's a Reddit post. When you click on that, one of the very first comments that are listed for this posting is a Dropbox. That Dropbox includes all of the bonus chapter booklets from these special edition books that were released. That means the Vampire Court, the Dragon Court, the Witch Court, the Gargoyle Court, which is for court only, and the Shadow Realm, which is for Cherish and Charm. You should be able to access all of that information and all of those bonus chapters for free. Also, keep in mind, you shouldn't have to pay for Dropbox. If it's giving you a little thing when you try to open Dropbox that asks you to pay for premium, there's a tiny little link at the bottom that says, stay with the basic plan, and that's free. So that's how you can access all this information for free. You do not need to purchase Dropbox in order to access the bonus content from the Crave series. So that's Crave. That's all its bonus content. That's the proper reading order for how you should go about the series. And I hope you have a great time exploring Catmere Academy and later Calder Academy.